Here we go. The match we've all been waiting for, ladies and gentlemen, Jade Cargill and Marina Shafir. And when they announced this, especially it was going to be on live TV, I said, okay, we must watch because this could be historic. And I'm pissed off that they figured out a way. I've never seen this before, but they figured out a way to have this match on live television and still not get kicked off the air. They just didn't show it. They had the match, but the only time they put a camera on it was basically when the girls weren't touching each other. As soon as the bell rings, out comes Vicky Guerrero on a stage with the microphone. Excuse me! Excuse me! And then she's with Nyla Rose, who had stolen Jade Cargill's belt. So now you've got Jade Cargill wrestling Marina Shafir with Vicky Guerrero and Nyla Rose, who stole the belt on the stage. Who are the baby faces here? Who are we supposed to cheer for? Or at some point, are we just supposed to cheer for it to be over? So, Nyla Rose starts talking and doing commentary on the match while the match starts. And Jade takes Marina in the corner and just repeatedly kicks her and hits her over and over in the same place while Nyla is talking and the camera is going back and forth from the ring to the promo. At first, they did a split screen, and then I think they realized, wait a minute, we need to get the camera off the ring. Because then Jade and Marina went to the floor, and Jade is like awkwardly pushing Marina around like she's trying to remind her she's supposed to do something. And then Marina tried to come back on the floor, but it looked so bad they cut back to the promo. And then at some point, Jade rolled Marina back in the ring and started walking toward Nyla Rose, but Marina was in the ring selling like she was being tasered. Did you see that with her arm up in the... She was selling her back, but she was selling it like she was receiving electric shocks. And Jade went up the ramp to get to Nyla Rose, but Nyla Rose reminded her that she's going to get counted out, so she just turned around and ran back to the ring. And she gets in the ring. Marina fucks up some kind of roll-up, and Jade hits a pump kick, and her finish, 1, 2, 3. So this whole thing went like a minute and a half, and the camera was literally on the promo on the stage more than any contact in the ring, which was obviously by design. But then they'd kept the camera on the stage through the whole goddamn match. So as soon as the match is over with, on the stage, Kiera Hogan comes out and tries to grab the belt away from Nyla Rose, but Nyla Rose jerks it back and runs off and knocks Kiera Hogan down, and the camera missed that. The announcers had to cover it afterwards. And then Jade comes up to the stage and yells at Kiera Hogan for not stealing her belt back. And then they walked off. This made television. Hello?
Yeah, I don't know what you want me to say. The AEW women's division, everyone knows the reality of it. At this point, everyone wants to pretend that this should be on this show. That you have the caliber of top-notch women's wrestlers who should be on national TV for a segment that may or may not go past a commercial break, including picture-in-picture. The whole division is a mess. The booking of it's a mess. The amount of women who don't have any fundamentals but are on TV wrestling. There's only so much an agent can do if this is what they're handed. You know what I mean? Like, there's only so much.
Oh, I was the agent for that Linda Miles match in OVW that time. And I know what I got. Sometimes, when the bell rings, it's up to them.
The Kiera Hogan thing, I didn't know who was on the ground. I was like, what the hell's happening back there?
The announcers covered it because it happened right next to them. At least they saw it.
Hey, can I say something about something earlier that I didn't get a chance to say? I didn't like the Ian Riccaboni thing. We just talked about the idea that you don't beat up the announcer, but even if you were going to, if you want to get Jericho over, I get he is the Ring of Honor guy, but He's been heard on AEW TV a few times and seen even less. So what did you really do there? And now he's going to be seen on TV again when? You're just going to forget that he got beat up by Jericho? So I was against that. I didn't want to say that because I didn't say it earlier.
Well, it was just a throwaway thing that was done to be a transition incident to lead to a run-in, when if it was done properly and focused on with an announcer that everyone really cared about, and because they had been around for a while and etc., then it would mean something. But they just throw it away and do it at the wrong time. And then now the edge is off doing anything with any announcer ever, even when it might be designed to draw money.